large open up area here. This looks pretty neat.
That's what they're digging out.
Oh my God. This is, where do you see this?
Whoa.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared?
Hey everyone. In this video, I'm going to be going on another adventure. We're going to be exploring a pretty unique location that was told to me by one of my viewers. But I'm not going to be alone this time. I have Cliff with me, the Wandering Woodsman. And we got this pretty interesting hole right here. When I was told, this goes in quite a ways. It's tall enough that you can stand up in it, and that there's good air quality. And the only thing we have to do is just kind of scurry down this little partially filled in entrance here, and once we're inside it should be pretty easy to maneuver. So we got a lot of new equipment this time. We both have hard hats, we have extra lighting, we got multi-gas meters, and we're prepared to tackle this. So we're gonna get ready to go, and we'll see you inside. Okay, so instantly coming down here, my camera fogged up, so I have to take care of that in a moment, but this is how it looks right now. Yeah, you're already fogged up, I can see.
Yeah, we're gonna have to chill for a moment.
Yeah.
Class.
Okay, so we made it down here, still trying to battle the fog. Not the fog, the steam, the mist, but just want to show you, this is what they were working on here. This is a seam of coal. Doesn't look like some high quality stuff though. Yeah, we got some kind of fungus mushroom growing down here. And just to show, I got a hard hat on. Cliff's got a hard hat, so we're doing this the right way this time, and hopefully you enjoyed today's adventure. So believe it or not, these are actually roots growing from the surface down through the rock ceiling here, and I don't know what that is. Any clue what this is?
Oh.
Is that a bat?
That yellow?
Or it looks like a tail, doesn't it?
There's something.
Is it like a pod or something?
It's covered in
Fungus?
yeah.
I never saw that before.
It's like growing right off the. Oh, it's like rope or.
I think someone put it there?
It's like a.
I don't know if
It's that cave. Remember we were in the other mine? It's that cave slime.
Sorry about the fog. We keep trying to wipe our lenses off. It's just a losing battle until we get adjusted to the environment down here.
Yeah, just a little ways in, there's a weird looking fungus thing.
Well, here's something of interest. Oh yeah, there's just going to be I think an interesting video down here.
Yeah, mine says 19.8.
Does it?
Yeah. 19.9.
Mine's set to go off at 19.5. And we got a little junction here. Now I'm still learning terminology as far as mines go, as far as like slopes, raises, drifts, winzes. So my mistake if I mistakenly give it the wrong name, but I'll just kind of put in layman's terms. So we're looking down the main gangway here, and mine's going off like in various areas here. 57 degrees, it's showing 20, keeps dropping down to 19.5, 20. Okay, now it's going back up a little bit. It's varying, so we'll just take it a little bit at a time and see. It looks like an exploratory tunnel here. It doesn't go in very far, or maybe for storage. Do yours have an alarm on yours?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think I might not have it set, but yeah, the alarm is going off on his 2 meter.
Keeps going up and down. If anything, we'll hit this little chamber later on. Looks kind of interesting.
Mine says 19.8.
All right.
There's no poisonous stuff though.
As long as we're not exhausting ourselves, you know, the air will be okay. But I'm gonna keep going down the main tunnel here. I keep going back and forth between 19 and 20%. Ceiling is getting a little bit lower here, and I've actually got
It's like they plug some areas off.
this is they had rail down here. Here's some old railroad ties. And we got a little bit of a slope now, starting to go down. Echoing though, which is good. Solid rock.
Are they blocking? Is there just like blocked off sections?
Yeah, they're probably exploratory chambers, or maybe connected to another tunnel. 58 degrees. It's almost 20 degrees warmer down here than it is outside. Good news is though, is it's very solid bedrock here. No signs of collapse or anything. Not really any timbers in the area, so it's not gonna be needed when the roof is this strong. So that's one good thing going for us. You can see it just keeps going back and forth. So we'll continue going on as far as we feel comfortable, and if the meter drops down extremely low, then obviously we'll turn around. It doesn't go very far.
Pretty large tunnel, but the ceiling's pretty low.
It's definitely better than the mystery mine I've been in. Surprisingly, that had better air, but worse conditions. Now the air is going back up. It's up to 20.9. You okay?
Yeah, there goes. Yeah, the Wandering Woodsman goes for a tumble.
A lot of capped off areas here.
See you stand up again.
There's an old bucket here. Did you see this? And these are the remnants of the railroad ties, so they must have had ore carts coming down through here. Look at that timber. It's completely rotted. It looks like up at the top here, maybe they had some kind of, electrical line for the, I forget what it's called, the motorized cart that pulls the ore carts out. Let's see, was it an old tin can? It's got a handle on it.
It looks like a railroad. No, that looks like a railroad tie. I guess it's just a can.
Yeah, it's a can.
Oops.
So we got a collapse up here.
Yeah.
Looks like you could possibly go over it. Might be a dead end. Yeah, it stops.
Yeah.
I think it stops anyways, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think it stops though, but not too certain. So what do you think of this so far?
It's pretty cool.
Air quality went back up actually. I'm at 20.3 averaging now. So that's just a little pocket of low air.
Oh yeah, it did go up.
There's part of the coal seam right there.
These are talking about the little knobs.
Yeah, I think there's electrical for the motorized cart that pulled the ore carts.
This thing isn't holding anything up.
And that one's completely rotted all the way through.
Just kind of still standing.
The holes in it here. That looks like a little electrical conduit there, or insulator. Well, it was.
Here's an old furnace. Just a can, maybe.
It's going off again.
Looks like an old furnace.
Yeah, it looks like it. And here's more look at see the electrical
Oh yeah.
conduits, or not conduits, insulators.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some more of those insulators,
I don't think these were specifically for supports,
just to hold the.
just to hold the line up in the air. Yeah. Got a little glass jar here.
Oh yeah. Like a food jar. Wow.
Got some timbered sections here. It's your classic design that you see in mines with the timbered supports. That goes back a little ways. This is backfill here too. There's a little pocket. Looks like they put some gobbing up there. Stack the waste rock. It's not a very neat job, but served the purpose of filling it in. Got some black material here on the ceiling too. Almost like tar. I don't know what that is. Looks like we're getting down to low ceiling again.
The hard hat came in handy.
Yeah, it opens up again. That's interesting.
Oh, interesting.
It goes way back. Is that your meter?
It's at 19.5.
How's the other levels?
Zeros.
So there's no bad gas, it's just mixed air quality. Could go as low as 19 as long as you're not exerting any effort. Yeah, I'm going off. So I'm gonna check this area out here. I don't think we're gonna be going a whole lot farther, but let's just take a look while we're here. This is a little cavity here. It looks like it collapsed. So I won't be going that way. Probably did continue on though. I do see a timber there on the right. Another little cavity there. This is a lot of rockfall here. Oh wow. This looks kind of neat. So up here on the left looks like it dead ends, which would be known as the face, where they stopped working. And on the right here, it's kind of hard to tell.
Whoa. A whole nother.
Yeah, it really opens up here. I think that's a dead end up there.
Yeah. That just keeps going.
I usually try to follow which is known as right-hand rules when you are going down tunnels. I always stick to the right side. That way you know which way you came out. So we'll check this right side out first. And then we'll check that left side out. Because when we come back out of there, that'll be on our right side. Got a couple more buckets here too. So I'm gonna continue.
Is that a bucket too? Right?
Yeah, there's two buckets. There's the vein of ore. Again, looks like kind of low quality stuff, but some good stuff mixed in. So that actually, it's hard to see, but looks like it keeps going back there, but it's partially filled in. But You guys can kind of see the little opening there, that little notch. It does keep going. Here's some more connectors for electricity. So they had ore carts running all the way down here. Here's a nice stoped out area. There's some more gobbing. It's a stacking of waste rock.
That's my beer going on. So 19. If it goes off every time it hits 19.5.
Yeah, they're set to do that. Look at this timber here, it's buckling under the pressure. That tells that the roof has been shifting.
That's comforting.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some metal piece up there in front of you.
Yeah, I see that.
There's lots of
Oh, wow.
wood on the floor here.
There's a large
There's the coal seam.
open up area here. This looks pretty neat.
That's what they're digging out.
Oh my God. This is, where do you see this?
Whoa.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness, it just drops down to nothing.
That's a big slope.
Sheesh.
Now I can see how they said they spent hours back here because I thought this dead ended. Look at this.
Oh, there's the coal. Looks like a lower grade.
That's definitely interesting.
The mouth to hell.
Kind of curious as to where that goes. That goes down pretty steep grade. All right, we're going to take a moment here and assess what we're going to do here. Okay, so that's where we just came from. We came to what we thought was a dead end here with some possible backfill or partial collapse, and then we discovered, as I already showed, this very steep slope. And we're going to venture down a little ways, see how far it goes. As long as the conditions don't deteriorate, you know, we'll keep going, but take a little bit at a time and see how it plays out. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we just came from.
Yeah. I don't. Pretty
Looks like some ore cart tracks laying upside down. We believe that where we're sitting up top is probably a hoist or winch that would have pulled the ore carts up and down from here.
It just keeps going down. It looks like these are railroad ties here.
Yeah, I believe that they are.
There's kind of, this one's kind of in the ground here. There's some cool rock down there. Some kind of slime growing on there.
Yeah, it's dripping from the ceiling there.
Cool, some of that cave slime.
It's like almost like a stalactite forming there. The dead end?
Yeah,
Really?
looks like it. Wait, make it go off that way. We made it down to the bottom. That looks like a dead end. It might go off that way.
We descended down that slope just to find out it's most likely a dead end. It's more wet down here too. It may possibly go off in that direction, but that's crawl space.
Ooh. Oh yeah. The leg's stoked out of these. Man, I am sweating now.
Yeah, it's very warm.
Phew.
Humid. Oh. Well, it does go off to the right here.
Oh.
So it's like a little bit of a partial collapse here, but it may continue on. Just gonna check his meter.
That was just the 19.5 again.
That's where it's at?
Yeah. It drops down to 19.4, but it's set for 19.5, so every time it goes back up, it just...
Well, at least it's not dropping down considerably.
Yeah.
Like 18. We wouldn't be making it out of here. So it looks like it did go that way, but it's caved in.
Collapsed in.
Yeah. Can't go any farther. A lot of breath. It's not easy climbing around down here. See, Cliff is on his hands and knees pretty much.
Look at that. The white legs. Oh yeah. Brush burn.
So we're gonna take a moment here and make our way back up that slope. It's unfortunate dead ends down here, but at least we know what's down here now. So we're just sitting here taking a break. We reached the face down here. Can't go any further. I think it's collapsed. May have went farther at one point, but without getting on your hands and knees and moving some rocks out of the way, this is as far as we're going. So we're just gonna sit down here for a few minutes, collect ourselves, and then we gotta make our way back up. And I'm just gonna show you, Cliff mentioned before, if you were stuck down here, how terrible it would be. We have lots of lighting, we have backup lights, so we're okay, but I always like to give you a visual as to how it would be. So I'm gonna turn my lights off right now.
Nope, there we go.
Nothing but blackness. And I have a headlamp on, the 39TH30, which has a low setting, and you can barely see it. That's how a typical miner's lamp would look. It only lights up a few feet ahead of you. But when you put it on a high setting, makes a big difference, but they didn't have these lights back in the day. So momentarily we'll be heading back up. I'm not going to film that. All you're going to hear is me huffing and puffing because it's a steep incline. Oh, my light's flashing. And then once we get up there, we'll be continuing on. We have 2 more side tunnels to check out. And I know I'm probably saying the wrong terminology, so just bear with me on that. Just to show my hard hat's definitely coming in handy today. You can see it bumped my head quite a few times, so although it's big and clumsy, it definitely gets the job done and protects your head. So it's a good investment. All right, while we're sitting down here, I just want to take a minute to give you guys a little message about safety. If you're ever thinking about doing this, first off, I recommend you don't. It's not a very safe environment down here. And number 2, you have to know what you're doing. You have to be able to understand what you're feeling down here as far as different levels, the atmosphere, the environment with possible loose material and everything. 3, you have to have equipment which is not cheap. It does cost a lot of money for our gas meters, the lighting, the hard hats, everything that goes along with this. It costs money, and it's all about safety when doing this. And lastly, the most important part is you don't want to do this alone. You want to have someone with you, preferably someone else on the outside, just in case something was to happen. But me and Cliff are down here. We are pretty experienced in doing this now. And if you're ever thinking about doing it, I recommend you don't. Just enjoy it through our videos. If you ever do decide to, there are public coal mine tours that take you into the coal mines where they used to work, and you can see how they used to operate. And it's a very safe, inspected coal mine, or mine itself, not necessarily coal. But anyways, you know, just enjoy our videos from the safety of your home. If you ever think about doing this, do your research first, do your homework, and be prepared to invest a decent amount of money. Otherwise, you're going to be risking your life, and it's not really worth it. But just wanted to pass that along, and otherwise, hope you enjoy the rest of our adventure. All right, Cliff's going to make his way up first. It's an extremely steep slope. He's faster than I am, in better shape, so I'm going to allow him to go first. And I'll pick it back up at the top, otherwise you'll just hear me huffing and puffing, and it won't be a very pretty sound because I'm not in the best of shape, and I'm probably a good 50 to 75 pounds heavier than he is, so I have a lot more weight to carry. So, see you up top. All right, so we made it back up. Out of breath really bad. That climb was pretty bad with 19.5 air levels. I feel like you're climbing a high elevation, so I'm just collecting myself here. And Cliff's right here. He's got a headache, so he's going to take some aspirin, and once we recuperate and get our nerves down and our lungs back filled up with air, I should say lungs filled back up with air, we're going to continue onwards and check out the rest of it. So still a little bit more to come, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're making our way back out where we just came up that steep slope. Remember, there's a little chamber over here. Cliff said he believes it's already filled in, but I'll check it out for myself.
Down we go again. On my butt.
So it looks like, obviously a cave-in, but if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it keeps going. I'm actually going to crawl up there and check that out. So that looks like it may keep going that way. So it's hard to tell. May or may not keep going. It's all filled in though. But I don't think I could go any farther. Here's a piece of glass. And it looks like some type of catch my breath here. Some type of chute. Part of a shaker chute maybe, or chute. Alright, go back up this way. Okay, so that's back where we started. It's not easy walking hunched over. This is the last area that we didn't explore. So catch our breath again and we'll check that out. Alright, I'm gonna make my way in here and check this out. Okay, we got a little side passage there. Lots of roots hanging down. It's almost like a fun house. It's kind of crazy how they could burrow themselves down through the bedrock. Now this area has really good oxygen. We're over 21%. It's a little cavity or a little storage area. Sometimes they use these little pockets here for waste rock or to store ore carts. So just a possibility as to what that is. And there's our light. Fortunately, it looks like it's coming to an end. Now that looks interesting because it's going upwards like a stope, and it might be caved in. I'll check that out. This over here comes to a dead end, I believe. There's a cliff coming back there. And they definitely follow the coal seam. Well, this is near the surface. I could feel cold air.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, so this is, I believe, backfilled from the outside. It's considerably colder here. I could feel a cold breeze coming through. So yeah, this comes out to the surface, but it's filled in. But right now, I can feel it's at least 10 degrees colder right here. So this may have been a air shaft or a secondary portal. And there's lots of big spiders here. So it looks like we come to the end of this mine. Can't go any farther. It was bigger than I thought it was going to be. And probably at one time much larger. But a lot of it's filled in now. Either backfilled or caved in. So I'm going to turn around, let Cliff get a look at it, and then we'll make our way back out. Feel the cold air?
Yeah.
Oh, the skull's there. Jawbone is there.
Yeah. There's still some hair here too, so somebody came down and didn't make it out.
So we're making our way back out to the surface. This looks like just a gobbing wall. This may have been older workings or just for an air shaft. But come out here, go to the right, and we're back at the surface.
There's the bright outside world.
And as they say, there's the light at the end of the tunnel. Or in this case, the beginning of the tunnel. So, make our way outside, and then I'll wrap up the video. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's adventure. What can I say about this mine? A few quick thoughts is number one, it was larger than I was kind of explained to by one of my viewers. They said it goes in, and my understanding was just one straight shot, but as you saw, it ventured off into different areas, different chambers and tunnels and slopes. That really steep one at the end was kind of really intriguing when we first saw it, but unfortunately turned out to be like a dead end, whether it's due to a cave-in or just where they stopped working. But for the most part, we were able to stand up in there. There were a couple little areas. We both had our oxygen meters. He has a multi-gas meter. As far as like black damp and any methane, that was completely normal. No high levels of that, which was good on our part. And oxygen-wise, it varied. Some areas were high 20s, some were mid-19s. Our levels, our meters keep going off at 19.5. That's what they're set to. It didn't ever go below 19.4 or 19.3. I think it was maybe the very lowest. And that's still sustainable to breathe. You know, as long as you're not really doing anything to really exert yourself, it's almost like being up on high elevation for hiking. So we were able to be relatively safe in there, despite a little bit difficult breathing. You know, when I was climbing up that slope, I did get out of breath pretty badly, but I'm also not in the best of shape either, but that's to be expected. Otherwise, really glad we got to check it out. We don't need to make a return trip because we got to see everything there is to see in there. I just want to thank Cliff for joining me today. He really made it a much safer and enjoyable exploration. It's better to work as a team. And do you have any thoughts on this?
It was a lot different than the other mine we went in, I thought. This one, when it dropped way down like that was, I know, we both had second thoughts about going in, but we went down. But then it was a dead end anyway, but you don't know unless you go down.
Yeah, and if we were alone, we wouldn't have never done that. But
yeah, there's no way I would have gone down. I mean, it's tempting to go down by yourself, but
at least together we know that if we got in trouble, we could help each other out. So teamwork always works best. But again, big thanks to him for coming along. And again, if you have any interest in doing this, do your research. But I highly recommend don't do it. There's a lot of dangers involved. Unless you know what you're doing, you could get into some pretty serious trouble. But since we're back outside now, it's 40-degree temps, about 20 degrees cooler than in there. So kind of chilly. Going to get ready to go. And we're going to be heading to another location that is going to be on Cliff's, one of his locations that he's been researching. I'm going to join him on that one as well. So there will be another video coming out after this one where we team up together to check out a pretty cool spot. So in the meantime, if you enjoyed this adventure, make sure you let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them down below. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. So thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.
I don't like it.